folks at home could only see you now. It's all good, Jerry. They know. Julia knows, Amy and Brick, probably others. Let them try to find me. I'll be living high on all the money you were too pure-hearted to take. Daddy always said greedy men die young, Jerry. Yeah, well, he lied. He lived to a ripe old age, so maybe you're just not greedy enough. I want to see you beg, Jack. Make me change my mind. You kill me if you want. I'm not going to help you enjoy it.
He knows you're here.
I don't know, but I can hold him. My hands are shaking. Who am I kidding? I can hold him. Rick? Honey.
No, you go ahead.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Go on.
Let go. Oh, this is horrible. We've got to get help.
No, listen, one of us has got to stay with the baby. Okay?
The king's physicians must be staying.
Amy, I'll be fine. I'll make it, all right? Listen, I just want you to stay with your son. No one's going to take this moment away from you, all right?
All right. But you promise to be careful. I don't want anybody taking you away from me either.
No chance. You give him this kiss from me, okay? You tell him I'll be back.
I will. Come on, hurry. Johnny, it's me. Your mama's come to take you home.
You again. I told you before, I don't want you hovering around the nursery. His Royal Highness the Prince does not need your prayers. Nurse! Guards! What have you done? Where are the guards?
They're gone.
What was that?
We're all alone now, Your Highness.
Friar, you're a woman. Get out! Get away from my child!
You can't stop me.
Who are you and what do you want?
I want my son back.
And then the suites on the far end are going to be pure 60s. You know, with that wonderful, fun up-art prints and the checkered wallpaper.
Santana, does Mr. C know that your design was chosen to renovate the Capitol Hotel?
Well, I doubt he made the decision himself. I submitted my proposals right after the fire. He hasn't mentioned it. Well, if he didn't know, he'll know at the end of the day anyway. I'm sure Eden knows. Why?
Well, I just wonder, and I hope it works out for you. And thanks again for lunch.
Well, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining me. It's nice to have someone to celebrate with. I'm a little low on friends these days.
I know what you mean.
You know, ambition is a strange thing, isn't it?
Ambition? Ambition for what?
I don't know. I guess what I mean is my father and your mother pounded one thing into our head. Succeed, succeed, succeed. And here we both are, doing the thing we always wanted to do. Sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't have been a little more ambitious about other things than work.
I don't think this is exactly what I always wanted for a career.
Oh, I always knew you were going to do this, ever since your Zorro fixation.
Zorro?
Oh, Cruz, don't tell me you don't remember. You didn't have a TV, and we did. And you used to make me check the listings every week for things like, the Mark of Zorro, the Return of Zorro, Zorro meets Frankenstein. I don't know, whatever. You even took a crayon and made a great big Z on the Capwell's white Rolls Royce.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh, well, I do.
Cruz, you're 13 minutes late from lunch. Hello, Santana. Heard you were at the Orient Express restaurant?
Yes, I'm doing some work at the hotel.
Well, so I gathered. Lucky you.
Bye-bye, Cruz.
Bye, Santana.
It's kind of tacky, isn't it? Taking dates to Eden's restaurant?
Mason, what do you want?
Advice? Christy Duvall, as you know, has passed a lie detector test. Don't ask me how.
You can't trust that machine.
No, but it was the only hope I had for forcing her to tell the truth. She has no reason to change her story now, unless someone, now she wouldn't listen to me, but someone else, say the investigating officer, were to try to make her understand just how ruthless a shrewd defense attorney can be when a rape case comes to trial.
And how ruthless are you planning to be?
Well, generally, a victim's prior sexual history is inadmissible in court unless it's relevant to the case, and I don't think it would be difficult to show that her unhappy home life led to a string of casual encounters that could have been dangerous.
Mason, I'm not going to try to scare the girl out of prosecuting. What do you think I am?
A good cop who knows that Ted's only the fall guy for somebody that Christie won't name.
That may be true, but I'm sorry, man. You're going to have to find somebody else to apply that kind of pressure for you.
Yeah, somehow I knew you'd say that. Well, I guess there's always Sister Mary.
Mary?
Yeah. She seems to be the only person that Christie really trusts, and she's a nun. Must have a soft spot for fair-mindedness in there somewhere.
Listen, from what I've seen, if you start leaning on Mary, you're going to find that beneath that habit beats the heart of a very tough lady. Don't underestimate her, Mason.
Oh, I won't. But don't you underestimate me.
You.
Well, I don't hate you. Christina, I know how that sounds, but in spite of everything, I still think of you as a friend.
And you're the biggest fool in the world.
Hey, wait! Christy, come on! Now look, wait! Jay, just let it ring.
Ted, what if it's about Amy? We haven't heard from her in days.
All right, I'm sorry, Christy. Go.
Well, Jade, it's Mary. I was beginning to think you weren't going to answer the phone.
Hi, Mary. I was outside. We were just checking out the backyard.
Oh, well, sounds good. I just wanted to make sure everything was all right because, you know, it's Christy's first time out by herself. And listen, just tell her that I will be on time picking her up, okay?
Okay, I'll tell her. Bye. Tell me what? She'd be on time. Ted, I really hate doing this. If it was anybody else...
I know. Thanks, Jade. And what'd you tell Mary to make her hate me so much?
What do you think?
Besides that I raped you.
Isn't that enough?
Well, why stop there, huh? Did you tell her that I stole your bracelet? That I accosted you in the shower with nothing on? Or that I came over to Lakehead's house and came on to you?
No.
Well, why not, huh? One lie's as good as another.
It's not a lie.
You mean you really think that All right, look, you know, people can pass lie detector tests if they really believe what they're saying is true, even if it's not. Okay, now, Christy, maybe it's a block. Maybe you need some help, some kind of therapy to help you remember.
Shrink? I don't need to shrink. I remember everything.
You do? All right, well then why don't you just tell me what happened after I left, okay? Come on, Christy. I'm the only person you can talk to. That's the way it's worked out. So why don't you just tell me the rest, okay?
Jack! I'm so glad you got your cousin.
Julia, get out of the way.
Is he dead? He looks dead.
Oh, he's not dead yet.
But he's bleeding. Is he hurt badly?
Not badly enough.
Jack, you can't kill a man in cold blood.
You just watch me.
No, Jack, wait. Take him back and take him to trial. They'll punish him.
Well, these tender feelings for a man you claim to despise.
I do. I hated him for pretending to be you.
Said every time he touched you, you felt nothing but disgust.
Well, that's because he was standing right in front of me. But see, the truth is that we never made love, but it's not because I didn't want to.
Julia.
Well, there was just something about him, you know. He was so passionate and exciting and impulsive.
Well, I'm glad you told me. But you and I both know I can be just as passionate, just as...
Jack!
Thanks for the nap, cousin. I'm feeling nice and refreshed. Made a fool out of me for the last time.
What else did Mason say?
Mason just said that I was to meet him, hear something about my court date, and then he hung up.
Nothing more about Ted?
No.
Oh, Sophia, I feel like I am losing control of so many things. It's like a life struggle going on. I mean, my life and our lives. And I'm just out of touch. And all I can do is watch.
I know.
Do you regret coming back? Knowing what you know now and after what's happened?
Oh, no. Oh, no. How could you even think that? Oh, Cece, to have been sentenced to never see you again, to have never seen my children again, no DA could do anything that bad to me. At least I don't think they could. I don't know what's going to happen in court, but when we have moments like this, it makes me feel like I belong here again. It's almost as if I never left.
Sophia, you do belong here. Your coming back has made a change between the children and me. I realize now the mistakes I made in bringing them up.
No, Cece.
No, it's true. It's true. I don't talk to them. I insist. And yet when I see one of them, Ted, for instance, struggling to be his own person, even though he may say things and do things that make me angry, I find myself admiring him. I want to give in and let him have everything he wants. As long as he will let me stay a part of his life. If only I weren't so stubborn.
You just listen to me. You want what's best for Ted and what's best for all the children, and they know that. They get angry with you at times, but they love you for it.
Hello?
Yes, may I speak with Mr. Capwell, please?
This is he.
Mr. Capwell, I'm calling from Dr. Morrison's office. Dr. Morrison asked me to make an appointment for you at your earliest convenience.
Please, just tell him that the problem seems to be taking care of itself.
But, Mr. Capwell, your condition requires treatment. It's very important that you take the medication the doctor prescribed and that you come in for further testing.
I will when I have time. Thank you for calling.
Cece, was that bad news?
No, just business.
Hi, Mason. Tell me, do you have any news about my court date?
You've been granted a postponement.
We didn't request that.
No, I realize that, but the DA took it upon himself to give you time to replace Jack Lee as counsel, or so he says. I think it's just because he wants Ted in court first, because he thinks it's a stronger case. You can run both of them consecutively, and he'll stay in the limelight longer. Public feeling may carry over from one case to the next.
Oh, that's just awful. But I don't care what his reason is. Maybe it's better because at least I can be with Ted when he goes to court.
Of course. And it will give us time to find you another attorney.
Cece, Mason knows more about my case than anyone. Now, if he's just
I don't want Mason involved.
Cece? Cece?
Yeah? What's the matter?
Nothing.
Cece, why don't we sit down? Mason, thank you. We'll talk about this later.
Sure. Well, you're certainly making the rounds today, aren't you?
You know, even seeing you twice today, Mason, isn't going to spoil my mood. Now, if you just get out of my way.
Tell me, Santana, just what have you got up your sleeve for Cruz? Hardly your type. He's not even a millionaire. Or does he still have the glow of having once belonged to a Capwell?
I really wouldn't expect you to understand a thing about friendship, Mason. Or are you jealous?
No, emphatically not. And being spurned by you was akin to being dropped from the jaws of a crocodile.
Is Brandon inside?
Especially now that I've seen you operate. You know, fawning over Dad, carefully picking your allies. It sort of reminds me of Gina when she first came to town.
Don't you dare compare me to her.
Oh, compare for yourself once Gina gets back. That should be any day now. And I have a funny idea she's going to turn you and Sophia into matching throw rugs.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you, dear.
You feel better now?
Yes. It's just that I'm so tense.
I remember when you used to get tense. You used to love to go for a swim. Why don't you take a swim in the pool?
All right. Only on the condition that you will get one of Eden's suits and come in with me.
don't know about that. I'll get the door, though. Hi, Santana. How are you? Good. Hello, Sophia. I'd like to see Brandon. Is he inside or is he out?
Sophia, who is it?
It's Santana, Cece. She wants to see Brandon.
Sophia, I would like a word alone with Santana.
All right, fine. I'll see you later. I'll be upstairs. Now, Cece, I know what you're going to say.
Then don't make me say it. Just go.
All I want to do is say hello to him and help him with his drawing.
I told you. Until Gina comes back, I don't want you here. Now get out.
Guards! Guards! You know me. How do you know how I am?
Yes, I know you, Amy. Don't be a fool. I can do more for this child than you ever could. I'll never want for anything.
If you think I'm going to let you take him...
You're a woman. You can understand. The throne was mine by right. I was next in succession, but they won't let me govern simply because I'm not a man.
You're not a woman either. You're a monster. Now give me my son.
For what? What can you take him back to? Back to that little town in your little house with nothing? To be no one?
To be loved, which is more than you can ever do for him. You keep your crown, your appointments to court, your millions. I gave birth to that boy, and I can't think of a more horrible fate than for him to grow up like you and move aside. I've been separated from my son long enough. No! Stop!
Don't get near that crib.
Julia, no. Run for the guards.
You didn't do so well on your own before.
That's right. You stay here. You watch your boyfriend die. Julia, you'll only be in the way. Go.
See about that.
No, don't kill me.
Give us 3 good reasons why.
Julia, you felt something for me. You can deny it if you want, but I know it's true.
Does repulsion count?
Oh! Your Majesty, thank God you're all right.
Which of you is...
I am.
The imposter.
He is.
This is the real Jacqueline.
Who are you?
I'm Julia Wainwright, sir.
How many of her are there?
There's just one of me, really. There's a birthmark. I don't think that's a correct word.
She came here with him, Your Highness, to overthrow your empire.
I trust no one. When was I born?
Oh, I used to know that. October 7th, 1907.
Oh, never mind. Every school child in the island knows that. Who is Lady Eudoxia?
She is the niece of Baron Stanislaus, third cousin to Your Majesty, by marriage. She's now divorced.
And you?
Your Majesty promised never to bring that up.
Bring what up?
And where did I find you with the princess? Can you answer?
Does it matter? Arrest this imposter. Your antechamber behind the throne, sir.
Arrest him! Delighted to meet you, Miss Wainwright. I'm sure there are not 2 as lovely as you. Glad to have you back. I'm sorry I had to let out our little secret, but what could I do? You never did remember my birthday.
Oh, I will try very hard to remember it this year, sir.
Please excuse me. I have a kingdom to rescue.
Well, you saved my life.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I can hardly feel it. Ow! What was that for?
That's for sleeping with Augusta while you were sleeping with me.
All right, fair enough.
That's for Lady Eudoxia.
Now, where'd you go after I left?
Nowhere.
You stayed at the snack bar?
Yes.
Okay, so somebody found you. Somebody you knew?
Yeah.
Somebody I know?
Yes.
Who?
You! Ted, it's better this way.
How? For who?
For both of us. Look, if I drop the charges and you go free, somebody might take the law into their own hands.
No, not if you admit that you lied.
I can't! Because it's not a lie.
Why?
All right, you know, Mason told me what the sentence might be, Christy.
I don't want to hear it.
20 years. 20 years, Christy. For you and me, that's a lifetime. In 20 years, Lakin and I would be 40 years old. It's too late to start a family. In fact, she's not even going to wait around for me. Do you have any idea what I have planned for the next 20 years?
What do I care?
I think you do. You know, there's a little gray house on the corner of Hot Springs and Mountain Drive. I drive by there a lot. It's really nice. It's a small house. It's got a little bit of land around it. It's got a great big porch. Sometimes I picture myself living there with Lakin and 2 or 3 kids. You know, in 20 years, the oldest kid would just be starting high school. And I also picture myself sometimes just sitting on that porch with Lakin underneath those awnings and, I don't know, talking about mowing the lawn or having dinner.
A lot of people want a lot of things.
You know, as hard as it would be for me to give up that dream, wouldn't trade places with you, Christy. I could see how it's eating you up inside. You know, what's it going to be like in 20 years from now when you feel exactly the same way you feel right now? Yeah, it's going to be very hard telling all those people that you lied. But it's going to be a lot tougher if you don't.
Excuse me.
Yes, sister.
I'm looking for my stepbrother, Steve Bassett.
I haven't seen him this afternoon. You might check the courthouse.
Why didn't you arrest Ted Capel at the restaurant?
Look, I was the one who got punched. I figured it was up to me to decide whether I wanted to make a fuss about it.
Well, the terms of his bail are that he stay away from my sister.
You know, it was a public place, and chance meetings do happen.
That was no chance meeting.
Possibly not, but then again, no harm was done after all, except to my jaw.
Is it true that you were engaged to Ted's sister?
Maybe you want to ask one of these other officers to help you.
Maybe one of these other officers should be investigating my sister's case. You don't believe Ted's guilty, do you?
The case is still open. We're looking for other suspects.
Why? You think Christy is a liar? Or is it that she's new in town and that Ted is from one of the founding families?
Neither that nor my personal feeling has any bearing on this investigation.
Oh, come on, Inspector. What do you take me for?
A lady who's very upset, whose sister has been badly hurt, and who I'm not going to give the chance to say anything else you might regret. You will excuse me.
You dropped something.
It's broken.
Shouldn't be too hard to fix.
I have had this on since the day I took my vows.
Maybe you'd better sit down for a minute.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Cruz rattles a lot of people. Most of them don't have the nerve to talk back.
You were listening?
Well, you weren't exactly talking in whispers. Mary,
you're wrong if you think Cruz is bent on protecting the Capwells. He's done a lot worse by our family than he has by yours.
I have to go.
Can I drive you somewhere?
No. Thank you. I'm picking Christy up from Jade Perkins' house. Thank God she has one friend in this town. Goodbye.
Jade. She's Ted's friend. Hello, Cruz. Thanks, amigo.
For what?
For being the guy in the black hat so I could be the cavalry to the rescue.
Keep back. The baby is still mine.
You'll never make it out of the palace.
I've come and gone without being seen for months, years. I raised the boy in secret. And when the old man dies and the people demand a prince of royal blood on the throne.
Everyone knows now that the baby is mine.
And who do you think the father is? I thought you said you'd seen the documents, the laboratory reports.
What do you know about my baby's father?
Keep back, I'll kill you.
You go ahead and try then. You don't know what I've gone through for this boy. If you think that I'm going to walk away and watch you...
No!
Celeste, what in God's name?
He was trying to steal the baby.
They should have killed you and your friend.
In the same way that you killed my son, didn't you? The papers that Brick and Amy brought included the original and unaltered death certificate.
Yes, I killed him. You always talk about benefiting mankind. Well, that was my contribution. To rid the world of a man as selfish and as backward as you are. Adrian never loved me.
How could he? You were shameless. Everyone knew. You carried on with those 2 guards under his nose.
What else could I do? He wouldn't touch me. He never wanted this marriage. You and my father fixed it for both of us.
He was my only heir. I wanted him to have sons.
And he did. There's his son.
It's no use. The king knows it's
Wait,
Amy's
Rick.
baby.
You keep saying you can't believe that your husband, the prince, is the father of my baby?
It was supposed to be mine. It should have been mine. The night that Adrian returned from this tour of the United States with Jack, do you remember?
Very well.
At dinner, you embarrassed all of us with your usual complaining. 7 years of marriage and still no children. What's wrong with us? Don't we understand our duty? And later that night, up in our rooms, when I suggested that we sleep together for the first time in 6 years, Adrian laughed at me. He told me that while he was in California, he had gone to a laboratory in San Francisco where a quantity of his sperm was frozen for safekeeping. And that was the only way I would ever be pregnant by him. Little did he know that was signing his death warrant. If I had a son, what did I need with him? He was too stupid and too lazy to rule, but I was not.
I remember. Then you returned with Jack.
No. Jack stayed in the dungeon. He didn't like our little plan. So I returned to America where I found Jack's cousin Jerry. And that was the beginning of everything. If it hadn't been for you...
How did I...
Amy, the women's clinic?
Yes.
The bill from her San Francisco clinic, the one we found in the phony Jack's files.
It was nothing. I wasn't feeling well. I didn't know that I was pregnant.
You weren't. Until that day.
I went in for a routine examination, that was all.
What do you even remember? They gave you a pill.
They said it was because I was tense. They said it would relax me.
Fool! You were in the wrong cubicle. They thought you were me. And while you were lying there, half asleep, they took what was mine. They took Adrian's seed and they gave it to you.
Julia, where are you going?
I've got some things to do back in my room.
Like what?
Well, I don't know. Take a bath. Faint.
Yeah, I have a theory about this. I think this is all a transference reaction that you're having.
Yes. I am transferring myself back to my room.
No. You're transferring your anger at my cousin to me. All the things you wanted to do to him, you're doing to me.
No, all the things I did to him, I wanted to do to you.
Well, then, all right, great. It's out of your system, right?
Mm-mm. Now I get to do it all over again.
Julia, I love you. All right, I don't know. Who knows if I love you? I maybe shouldn't have said that, but it just came out. I know I loved you once. And all those feelings, they came rushing back first time I saw you here. You are smart and you're mean and you're impossibly beautiful and now you've saved my life. And I'm having a very difficult time keeping myself from holding you in my arms.
You're gonna get blood all over my dress.
Julia, please let me kiss you.
No.
Is this how you treated my cousin?
Not exactly.
You know, you didn't look too standoffish with him in the garden.
What garden?
I could see the two of you from my cell. Now, just exactly how close did you get to him?
Do you really want to get into all of this right now? I mean, if you have to ask that... Jack!
Now, aren't there things you want for yourself, Christy? A family, a home, all that good stuff?
I had all that good stuff. All it made me want to do was leave it.
No, Christy, I mean of your own. I mean, don't you want a chance to do it over the right way, the way you want it to be done for you? You know, to teach your kids, to love them the way they should be loved? I do, I want that.
Yeah, maybe.
But you're never going to have it now. You know, remember that feeling of hatred you had towards me when I caught you stealing that bracelet? Well, that's how you're going to feel about everybody if you go through with this lie, Christy. You're going to hate anybody who even mentions my name. You're going to hate anybody who you even think might suspect that you lied.
Why should the next 20 years be any different than the first?
No. You're even going to hate that one special person who you're going to meet someday who wants to be with you more than anything, Christy.
Ted, it's never going to happen. It never will. Stop it!
Now, listen to me, all right? Now, I just want you to promise me something, okay? I just want you to...
Don't you ever touch her again!
Would you just calm down? I'm just talking to her!
Christy, are you all right? Did he hurt you?
No, I'm fine. Let's just go, please.
The police will put a stop to this.
Look, Mary, you can ask Christy. I was just talking to her.
Oh, yeah, you have her so terrified she'll tell me anything you want her to. Which is one more reason to have you put in jail. Operator, give me the police.
Hang up the phone.
Okay. I'm ready. What do you think?
Oh, you look...
I know, I know what I look like. You haven't seen me in a bathing suit in 20 years. Don't tell me.
Oh, don't you remember that first day? That's how you look.
Well, thank you. But what first day?
The first day at the beach. When you were swimming out too far and the riptide was pulling you under.
Oh, sure. Yeah, well, I was lucky that you were so close.
Luck had nothing to do with it. I was staring at you all afternoon, wondering whether I had seen you before or wished that I had. And afterwards, when we talked, you must have noticed how I was staring.
No, because I was too worried that you might notice I was staring at you.
You know, it was weeks afterwards that I realized that I knew your face from your movies.
Well, I didn't think it was important enough to mention.
You did mention other things. And we stayed on the beach until the sun came down, remember? Mm-hmm. Discovering that we had just ended relationships that were so painful. Mine with Pamela and you with... You never mentioned his name. I know now.
Cece, don't. Let's...
Sophia. You are going to witness a rare and momentous occasion. I was wrong. When you came back, I accused you of still seeing Lyle. I was angry, and I was jealous, and it was the first time that I found out that you were... that he was something to you. And I made your life hell for it, and I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. Because there were many times I had the opportunity all those years ago to be honest with you, and for some reason...
Let's not go back that far. There were things back there that were painful to me and to you. Let's try not to take too much at one time. I just want to feel what I'm feeling now.
You are to be arrested for treason and murder.
No!
Guards!
Yes, sir.
Take the traitress Celeste to the dungeon.
Yes, sir.
I'm grateful to you in a way, Celeste, that you have not mixed your seed with the blood of my family.
Blood I should have spilt more of.
Have you apprehended the Prime Minister?
He must have been warned, sir. He's gone.
He must be found. Take it away. Guards!
Baby's safe. It's over. It's really over.
So much I never knew. He was only mine by accident. That makes me love him even more. We were both lost. I gave him life, but that's what he gave me. And you and I made it through all of this, didn't we?
Yeah. Amy, I'm sorry I doubted you, you know? About the father and the baby and Jeff.
You didn't know, neither did I. What else could you think?
It's just whenever I thought of the baby at all, I just thought of me.
So did I. I still do.
Well, my happy boy. Your grandfather has brought you a visitor. Your mother has come. She has fought hard for you. And now, from now on, she will never leave your side. Amy, come. Come and hold your son.
Oh, thank you. Your Majesty, if it hadn't been for you, I would...
Child, I must thank you and the good Lord in heaven above, who always watches over our little island, that he would give my grandson such a devoted, brave, and honest woman to be his mother. Your place in my family is secure, my daughter, but more of that later. Now, come to your boy. Magnus, you self-important old fool, this will be the first time you've heard him, yes?
Yes.
Then I withdraw. There are some moments too private even for a doting old grandfather.
Thank you.
Well, go ahead.
Why am I so nervous?
Because you never thought it would happen. It seems too good to be true, and it is.
Do you want to...
No, no way. The king was right. It's your moment.
Johnny? Hello, my precious. You are so beautiful. You are so beautiful and so big. Hello, baby. Oh, I love you. I love you. Look. You are gorgeous. Look at you. Hi. You gonna say hi? Yes.
I am turning him in to have his bail revoked. That's what I'm doing. He's not supposed to be anywhere near her, and this isn't the first time, and it's not even the second time.
And what harm has been done?
Are you crazy? He raped my sister.
That remains to be seen.
And then I come in here, I find him holding on to her, and she's struggling to get away, and he's threatening her with all kinds of...
I never threatened her.
Oh, I heard you. Think about what I told you. Isn't that what you said? And just what was it you said before I got here?
Mary, I don't understand the rage. The girl is obviously unharmed.
He broke the law. Again. Doesn't that make any difference to anyone here except for me? I mean, can people in this town go around harassing and assaulting people as long as it's someone you know?
Whether Ted is guilty or not, there's still room for doubt, isn't there? What about compassion? What about mercy for somebody that's dedicated their life to Christ? You certainly don't put much faith in his example.
Anger has its place in this life, too. Anger for injustice and cruelty has its own saving grace.
And who are you to decide what's just and what's unjust? I don't see Christy screaming at the top of her lungs. Christy, do you want to get on the phone, call the police, have Ted sent back to jail?
I just want to get out of here and go home.
Well, of course. She's frightened. She's been intimidated. She's been held prisoner here.
Who's prisoner, Mary? She wants to leave, and you won't let her. Who appointed you anyone's savior, anyway? Not Christy. When she needed you, you weren't there. You ran off to hide in a convent, left her with a drunken mother, a stepfather who beat her, stepbrother whose temper is famous all over the state. You're trying to make up for that now. Show yourself a little mercy and give it up. It's too late. She doesn't need a fire-breathing guardian angel to look after her anymore.
It's so good to hold you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Oh, it's been terrible. Living so close to you and not being able to touch you, not being able to tell you how much. Cece, I'm afraid.
The only thing that I'm afraid of is losing you again.
Cece, Gina is your wife.
I know. But we have something apart from that. From everything else in our lives. It's something that we've earned over the years.
Oh, Cece, there is so much I want and so much I'm afraid to want. I mean, before, when I first came back, I thought if I could just see you, if I could just see you and the children again, it would be enough that I wouldn't want anymore. But now the memories are coming back, I'm getting so close. And now I'm afraid I'm going to lose you all again.
Sophia!
Cece! Oh my, Cece!
Don't forget, Santa Barbara is with us once again tomorrow afternoon here on Sky One. In half an hour, it's the Brady Bunch. But stay with us now, as after the break, the unrivaled Christopher Biggins meets today's contestants for the Tuesday edition of Wife of the Week.